worthy. He's worthy in this place.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
You may be seated in the presence of an Almighty God.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Jesus.
Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Hallelujah. Thank you so worthy, oh Lord.
Thank you,
Hallelujah.
Jesus.
Thank you, God.
Thou art worthy, O Lord,
My God.
to receive glory and honor, dominion and power. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I don't know about you, but I feel all right.
Amen. Amen.
I feel all right.
Yes. To God. Yes.
Yes.
Missionary Dukes, I heard you when you first got up.
Hallelujah.
And I know sometimes, and it's natural for us to have expectations.
My God.
It's natural for us to desire for things to turn out a certain way.
My God.
But Missionary Dukes, I have come to the conclusion that if it's just me and God, I got enough to get what I need from the Lord.
Hallelujah. Yes. Yes.
Hallelujah. So I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong, I would love for this room to be full.
Yes. Yes.
But God has exactly who He assigned to be here at this
Praise
moment
God. Amen.
to get what it is that they need from the Lord.
Yes. Yes.
And so I am grateful. I'm grateful for the Spirit of Christ in this house.
Amen. Hallelujah. Jesus.
I am grateful to be in one of my other homes. Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Jesus.
Thank God for the man of God that's been stationed over this house. I know he's not here, but we're going to celebrate him anyway. Amen. Can we just bless the Lord for Chief Apostle Bishop James?
Yes. Thank you, Lord.
Hallelujah. And while you're standing up, come on, put your hands together for Mother Isabel, the overseer of the Women of Destiny. Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Yes, Lord.
Thank God for this. They say it's the 10th annual Women of Destiny, is it? The 10th? Because you know me. You know, Prophetess Shelton know everything. She got a memory like an elephant, so all I got to do is look at her. So it's the 10th annual.
My God.
This is the one that sets order.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes.
Come on. 10, government. This is the one that sets order. Amen. So we thank God for the 10th annual Women of Destiny Conference. Bless the Lord for the president. Amen. Missionary Ruth Dukes.
Amen.
Amen. The vice president, Prophet Lisa Sheldon.
Yes. Amen.
And for all of you in your respective places, we just thank God for you being here on today. I'm grateful for the invitation to be here for such an auspicious and illustrious occasion.
My God.
Because anytime the daddy's girls get together,
All right.
it's an auspicious and illustrious occasion. Amen. Because society would say that women can't get together to do anything except bicker and backbite and be gossipy and chastise one another.
Yes.
But it is a blessing when daddy's little girls can get together to hear what daddy has to say. Amen. Amen. So I am grateful for being here. I thank God for my husband in his absence. Amen. Minister Vernon Ray Bryant. Amen.
Yes.
Thank God for my son and my daughter, who you've heard has gone away 8 hours away from her mama.
Hallelujah.
Tuskegee University, Tuskegee, Alabama.
Amen.
But I'm grateful that God has raised her up to know God.
My God.
And to know how to call on God in time of trouble.
Hallelujah.
Because I don't know if you've been looking around the world today, but the world is full of trouble.
Yes.
And you've got to know how to call on the name of Jesus in order to be able to get where it is that God would have us to go.
My God.
Amen.
My God.
Amen. So I thank God for them, and I thank God for my grandboys, amen, Tristan and Travion.
All right.
So we just thank God, and I thank God for His House Worship Center, amen, in Southern Florida.
Yes, yes.
Where they allow a little crazy country preacher by way of Chicago to lead them, amen.
My God.
So we are grateful. We are grateful. We celebrate this time, and I asked on this morning, I asked Prophetess Sherman, I said, is this a worship service or is it a teaching session? Because just as much as I walk in the office of the pastor, I also walk in the office of the teacher.
My God.
And it's interesting that when we call out the fivefold, we throw in some that's not a part of the fivefold and leave out the teacher. But the teacher is a part of the fivefold.
Yes.
So I'm proud to say that I walk in the office of the teacher.
Hallelujah.
So I asked her, I said, so is this a preaching service or teaching? I said, I'm prepared one way or the other, but, just let me know. And she fooled around and said, teaching or however the Lord leads. Well, prophetess, I guess the Lord has now led. Amen. But we are grateful, amen, for the sensitivity of the Holy Ghost and to do what it is that God has called us to do. Yes. But I was taken by the theme.
My God.
I was taken by the theme. I had to look at it. I think I looked at it from the time I got the confirmation letter. And I kept looking at the theme and I said, God, this is power-packed.
My God.
How do you unpack this in one session? How do you work with this in one session? Be swift, be courageous, be wise, be strong, but harmless.
My God.
I said, how do you work with this? And God is funny with me. He sometimes he don't treat me right. I just gotta say it. God and I get along all right. So please understand what I say. I say it in a loving manner. He don't do me right because sometimes he wait clean up to the time I get up here.
All right. That's all right.
And then he say, boom, that's what I want you to do. Amen. This time he did me a little better. He waited till this morning. Amen. But I said, how do you unpack this? Because when you look at this, be swift, be courageous, be wise, be strong, but harmless. You're talking about the characteristics of Jesus.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
You're talking about the characteristics of Jesus. Jesus didn't have to be told twice.
All right.
Jesus was never afraid to go in, even though he knew opposition was waiting for him when he walked through the door. Jesus knew how to use wise judgment because he used the judgment of his Father and not his own. Come on, somebody.
Amen.
Jesus was strong even in the time when he wanted to be weak in the Garden of Gethsemane. He said, Father, let this cup pass from me.
My God.
But then turned around and said, nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. But yet and still he was harmless. He never did anything to harm but to help. Come on, walk with me in here. So when we're talking about women of destiny and the characteristics of Jesus, I said, God, what do you want me to talk about today? And he basically told me to entitle this teaching session, Where You Be At. Where you be at? Think about it now. Because we're to be swift, be courageous, be wise, be strong, but harmless. Where you be at?
Yes.
And if any of you all have ever dealt with ebonics, when we acted like we didn't quite know where it was or how it was we wanted to talk. Especially kinfolk, because we don't care nothing about how kinfolk talk about how we talk. When you're around kinfolk, you don't try and be all intelligent. You don't try and act like you got degrees or letters behind your name. You just do what you do. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And since I feel like I'm at home, I'm going to do what I do. Okay?
Amen.
So sometimes, you know, I used to hear people call somebody on the phone, and when they were trying to determine their location, they'd be like, "Hey, where you be at?" y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially in the South. Can I just say it?
Let's hear. That's right.
It's some different things that I encountered in the South, and I've been here almost 20 years now.
All right.
And it's funny because when I go back home, I think I'm talking as if I did when I left Chicago.
Oh my God.
And I'll fool around and say something, and they be like, "You're so country."
Thank you, Jesus.
And I want to get with them. But then I realized, thank you God, I realized that oftentimes we will assimilate to the location in which you spent a lot of time.
All right.
So even though you may not think you might have changed, folks that you haven't been around will detect the change in you.
All right. Say so.
So that's why it is when you go back around folks that you haven't been around, once you've been around the saved folks for a while.
Uh-oh.
Once you've been around the presence of God for a while,
Yeah.
they can detect the change in you even if you can't.
All right.
Even if you this ain't even a part of what I want to talk about today. But even if you have been in an encounter with the Lord, but you still trying to hold on to your fleshly self.
All right.
You'll walk in a place and try and be the same person, and they'll say, "You don't even look like you fit." Because there's no way you can come into an encounter with Jesus and still leave the same way you came.
Yeah.
I don't care how short it was. I don't care how infrequent it was. There's no way you can come into an encounter with Jesus
Yes.
and still
Hallelujah.
be the same.
Yes, Lord.
Where you be at. Be at. I looked at these words that were in the theme that were taken from these theme scriptures, and I looked at each one of the definitions, and I pulled out the ones that I felt were applicable to the scriptures that were listed with the theme. The word swift means quick to respond. It means ready. Courageous, having or characterized by courage. It means being brave. Wise, exercising or showing sound judgment. Strong. Now, oftentimes we look at this and we think of strong in terms of physical strength. But the definition that stuck out to me in terms of this was not easily subdued or taken. Being able to have a strong stance. And harmless. Lacking capacity or intent to injure. Again, that sounds like Jesus, doesn't it?
Amen.
Sounds like Jesus. But I realized in looking at all of these, that in order for us to be able to be swift, in order for us to be able to be courageous, in order for us to be able to be wise, to be strong, to be harmless, we have to look at 3 acts before we can even try and take on these characteristics of Jesus. If you stay with me just a little while, I believe you'll know where I'm getting to. There are 3 acts that I want to look at today. Remember what the theme is, where you be at. So the 3 acts I want to look at is your attitude, your attention, and your attraction.
That's all right.
Your attitude, your attention, and your attraction. Because if those 3 things don't change, there's no way that you will be these bees that are in this thing.
Yes.
Amen.
Your attitude. I can stay here all day and night on attitude.
My God.
It's interesting, you all, that when we look at the scripture of 1 Corinthians 5 and 17, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. All things are passed away, behold, all things become new, that we never think that it has to do with our attitude.
No.
We think it has to do with our behavior. We think it has to do with our habits. It has to do with the way that we talk, whether we should keep cussing or not. Come on, can I just be me up in here? We think it has to do with those things that on the outward appearance look wrong.
My God.
But we tend not to deal with the attitude that's behind the behavior. Will somebody walk with me for just a brief moment? To see if your attitude doesn't change, the habits won't change. If the attitude doesn't change, the excuses will still be there. If the attitudes don't change, then you'll just say, well, this is how God made me. You just want to accept me for who I am. The attitude has to be new along with everything.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
That's good. All right. Never saw that.
And it's amazing, you all, that we in the body of Christ
Yes.
have the hardest time changing our attitude.
My God, my God.
We speak about love, but yet and still when somebody comes in that we're not familiar with, we give them the look around.
My God, my God.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, we do.
When they come in not dressing the way we're accustomed to folks dressing. When they come in not looking the way that we're used to folks looking.
Yes, Lord.
Even to the point, you all, and the Bible says, confess your faults one to another that you may be healed. Can I just confess?
Amen.
There was a time, you all, that I had a problem when you all know I will give God my all. I don't care how tired I am. If the Spirit moves, I'm going to be ahead. But I would have a problem, you all, when somebody next to me be sitting down.
Come on now.
Can I just be honest?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting here sweating, just and look around.
And they like a knot on the
Hallelujah.
log.
Hallelujah. They move.
So my mind would sit there and say, you must have sinned yesterday that you don't want to give God praise today. I know I'm not by myself. Now you look straight ahead if I'm talking about you. Just look straight ahead now if I'm talking about you. But I know I'm not by myself. I said, see, you've been doing something you ain't had no business. Like that's why you ain't got praise to your God. Or, okay, maybe not that. I'll be like, see, you need to get closer to the Lord.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You don't have a relationship with him in order to, because if you knew Jesus like I know Jesus, you'd be you'd be ready to.
Glory to God. This is good.
But I've come to realize, you all, that some that are sitting in their seats
Right.
got more Jesus in them than the ones that take laps around the church.
My God.
Hallelujah. Glory to God.
Because, oh God, I hear you in here. Because some folks realize that they don't even want to get up. They don't even feel worthy to get up before our ever-present and all-powerful God. They'd rather just sit in their seat and just shake their head and say, nobody but Jesus. They realize that had it not been for the Lord who was on their side, they sit there and say, listen, I know I was on my way to hell, but he reached way down to lift me up.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Glory to God.
And when God started really working with my spiritual life, I realized that some that was taking laps around the church just want to be seen.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Can I just be honest up there?
Yeah.
Our attitude
Uh-huh.
determines our altitude. I know you've heard that before.
All right.
But see, God help me in here. We can't soar with eagles if we still got an attitude of chickens.
All right.
Amen.
Wow.
We can't soar with eagles if we still got attitudes like chickens. Chickens know they can't fly.
Amen.
Glory to God.
So they are all right with just pecking what they got on the ground.
Uh-huh.
They know their food gonna be on the ground. They're not trying to look up.
All right.
They just walk around and they peck. Now listen, I ain't know nothing about chickens till I moved down here. And used to go to church over way yonder. Where we at? Okay, crossed over there in St. Mary. Came out of church once, and I think it was the first Sunday I was there, first Sunday I moved down here. And we were leaving St. Mary and coming around the corner, and there was chickens crossing the road. And I called my mama crying. She said, what's wrong with you? I said, he done brought me to the country. Until later on, I realized you can't get no farther south than Florida.
Hallelujah.
Even my mama was born in Alabama, and she was born farther north than where I live right now.
Glory to God.
But chickens, they have accepted the fact that their food will always be underneath them.
All right.
So they never look up.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, God, I hear you.
Thank you, Jesus.
But when you have the attitude of an eagle, you never fight your enemy in their domain.
Okay. All right.
You don't fight the enemy in their domain. If you ever notice an eagle will swoop down on the ground, pick up his prey, and then soar up in the air.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And the reason why it soars up in the air is not because it's killing it on the way up. It's depriving it of oxygen so that it dies.
All right.
My God.
What am I saying in here? We got to quit acting as if we can only fight the enemy in his domain.
My God. My God.
That's the reason why our attitude won't change.
All right.
Because we figure if they gonna be stank with me, I'm gonna be stank with them. If they gonna be ugly with me, I'm gonna be ugly with them. They ain't had no business saying that to me. If they see, it only take me one good time to tell them off. How many people we done said, I'm gonna tell them off one good time, and you done had to tell them off about 5 more times after that? Come on, somebody. Will we learn how to take the enemy in our domain? We will suffocate him. We will suffocate him.
Yes.
And he won't have the ability to take us down and hit. Y'all ain't walking with me in here. Our attitude.
Uh-huh. Yes, God. Glory to God.
Our attitude.
Yes, amen.
But we always want to do stuff with grumbling, with questioning.
Thank you, Jesus.
Why Bishop want me to do that? Wasn't so-and-so doing it before I started doing it? Come on. See, we family in here. I can just talk, right?
Talk.
I'm sure you had some committees for this conference.
Yes, Jesus.
But the largest committee that's on every conference, every event is the one that says, if I was, I would have. That's the largest committee. If I was, I would have. And you don't have to ask folks to sign up for that. They sign up voluntarily.
All right.
If I was in charge of that, I would have did this. Didn't nobody ask me to do that, but if they had, I would have.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me how many Monday morning quarterbacks that we got after the event is over that will talk about how it would have been better if they would have. But then when the opportunity rolls around next year, they're nowhere to be found until after the work is done so they can sit there and
Glory.
our attitude.
Yes.
The Bible says in Philippians 2:14 and 15, it says, do all things without murmuring and disputing, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. The reason why some of us can't shine as lights is because we done ourselves with our attitude.
My God.
The way we think, you all, we got to change our thinking, our stinking thinking.
Yes, Jesus.
That's the first place that the enemy messes with us. Think about it. If you think about it in terms of getting on a flight, when you get on the plane, you don't immediately sit on the seat and then get up in the air.
All right.
First of all, the pilot has to get clearance from the air traffic control. And then, once they get clearance, they've got to go and get ready to taxi on the runway. They don't go to the runway and then poop you in the air.
All right. No.
They get on the runway, and then you hear, if you ever been on a plane, you start hearing stuff power up. It's scary, I hear it. I used to feel the same way. I didn't start flying until I moved here. You would think I would have like started living someplace else I didn't have to fly. I would get on the plane, be trying to hold on to Vernon be asleep before we done left the gate. That is not helpful. And you know, first like, wake up! Wake up at home, me, I'm scared. Y'all know how we do. He'd look at me. But you hear all these sounds, and as she said, it's scary.
Yes, it is.
Because it's all these sounds and it's noises and all that. But I'd be more afraid if I didn't hear those sounds. And they want to take me in the air. Come on, somebody. But we hear all these sounds and all, and then we feel the plane starting to move. And once it starts to move, it picks up speed. And it picks up more speed. And it picks up more speed. And it's not until it gets to a certain speed that it starts to take lift off and go up in the air. Why am I talking about that? Because our mind is the runway.
Uh-oh. Amen. Amen.
You don't just jump out there and do something crazy. It'll pass through your mind first. And you have an opportunity because the air traffic control called the Holy Ghost done told you whether you have clearance to do what it is you're about to do or not. But if you decide that, you know what, I'm backing up from the gate. I know what the air traffic control said, and I appreciate you, but I need to handle this myself. So I'm going to back up from the gate. I'm about to go. I know you're still talking to me, air traffic control. Because air traffic control will still talk to you and try and stop you from getting up in the air if you ain't got no business going. They keep saying, you don't have clearance. You don't have clearance. There are other things that are out there. You don't have clearance. Please stay at your gate. You do not have clearance. The air traffic control will continue to talk to you. But if you ignore that,
yes, Lord,
you will end up going out there, getting on the runway, and taxiing.
Hallelujah.
And once you start taxiing, it's possible that you will run into somebody else or run into another plane on the runway, run into another one in the air that's climbing the same time you're climbing, or you're going to the same airspace that another airplane is. There's a reason for the air traffic control. What am I saying? There's a reason that the Holy Ghost puts a check in your spirit. God, thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
He puts a check in your spirit to make sure that your attitude stays at the gate. Walk with me in here.
Yes. Yes, God.
And if we listen to the air traffic control, we will find out that many of the destinations that our attitude is about to take us to are not places we really want to go anyway. Let me keep going here lest I keep you too long.
Hallelujah. Preach, teach.
Preach, teach. Teach.
Glory to God. Our first act was the attitude. Our second act is attention. Attention. What is taking our attention? What is taking our concentration? Bottom line is we're talking about the battlefield of the mind.
Wow.
We're talking about the mind. Oftentimes, you all, it's our mind. We talked about our attitude. But our attitude got to talk to something. And it's talking to our mind. Now, when we're talking about the mind, we're inclusive of the soul. Let's think about this. Now, we're not talking about the spirit because, oh God, help me in here. The spirit is what gets saved when you come to the altar.
My God.
Your soul is what gets sanctified for the rest of your life. What am I talking about? I'm talking about your mind, your will, your emotions. That makes up your soul. And so your soul is being sanctified for the rest of your life. Your spirit gets saved. Your spirit is what connects with the Holy Spirit. That's what gets saved. But your soul,
Come on, teacher.
your soul is what gets sanctified for the rest of your life. Think about it, your mind, your will, your emotions. Because if it, God, I hear you. If it was your spirit that went to hell, how would the Bible say that if we were to go to hell, it would be weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth? Your soul, your spirit would not be doing it because it would not feel the burning of hell. But your mind, your will, your emotions, your soul is what will feel eternal damnation. Y'all walking with me in here? So when we're talking about attention, when we're talking about what we're concentrating our mind on, we've got to be inclusive of our will and our emotions. Because you all, we were created with those in the beginning. Adam and Eve, they were created with those. I get so sick and tired of people talking about folks with their emotions and they all in their feelings. Well, God gave us feelings. He did. He gave us feelings. He created us with emotions. Matter of fact, if we were created in the image of God, we were created in His image because He has emotions. Doesn't the Bible say that His anger was kindled? Did the Bible say that Jesus wept? That was not the mankind of Jesus that wept, but it was His soul that wept. We were created in His image.
My God.
We were created with emotions. Here's where we mess up. At the fall of man, we now tend to look at things through sinful eyes. So when we're dealing with the emotions that we have are God-given, but when you're looking at them through the lens of sin, they become fallen emotions.
Come on now.
The fallen emotions, that's when we get in our feelings. Isn't it funny, you all, that we can have somebody speak to us on Sunday morning, and we go up to Missionary Deuce and say, Missionary Deuce, God bless you, how you doing this morning? And she said, God bless you, how you doing? Same God bless you she give you every morning, every Sunday morning. That particular Sunday morning, what she mean by that? She must have an attitude. I wonder what's wrong. What did I do to her?
My God.
It's the same God bless you got every Sunday. But that particular Sunday, the lens of sin got in the way of your emotions.
My God.
You looking through fallen emotions, and now you got an arm with Missionary Dukes.
My God.
Because you took the way she said God bless you in some kind of way. Y'all ain't talking to me in here.
Glory to God.
Amen.
Yes.
What draws us, oftentimes it's got nothing to do with the person we got an issue with.
My God.
It's got to do with something else. It's bills on the table.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Oh, I don't went to somebody's living room right there.
Glory.
Yeah, you could be, the challenge Missionary Deuce and I were talking about earlier. These grown children that won't leave our house. Come on, somebody walk with me.
Yes, Lord.
Maybe they come in and out like we got a revolving door like at Macy's, just in and out, in and out, in and out. I told them to leave keys. You don't have rights to say that.
All right.
If you want to come, do your laundry or whatever, check my calendar, set up an appointment. I get one of those appointment things that they do online. So they go click my name and see if I got an availability to come and wash their clothes, bring their children, have me take them to the store, that kind of thing. Help me, Holy Ghost. But our attitude, our mind, there's no way for us to be swift, no way for us to be courageous if our mind keeps being our stumbling block.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
There's no way for us to stand bold. There's no way for us to be wise if our mind keeps tripping us up.
Amen.
That's why the Bible says in Philippians 4 and 8 and 9 says, finally, brother, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue And if there be any praise, do what? Think on these things.
Amen.
Think on these things. But then verse 9 goes on to say, those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do.
Yes.
And the God of peace shall be with you. You all, what is pulling our attention? What is causing our mind to be so warped that we can't be what it is that Christ has called us to be?
My God.
What is it that has caused us, you all, to not be able to stand flat-footed and do all that it is that God is expecting of us? What is it, you all, that has warped our mind in such a way to cause us to feel as though we can't do this thing God's way, we can only do it our way? Come on, somebody walk with me. Because that's really, and that's one of the challenges that our young people have. Can I just be real with you? That's one of the challenges our young people have in terms of the Word of God. They feel as though they can't do what it is that the Bible is calling us to do. And truth be told, we can't in ourselves.
Amen.
That's why we need the Holy Ghost.
Amen. Amen.
Glory.
But can I say this now and y'all love me later?
Yeah.
If we don't tell our experiences on how we struggle,
My God.
if we don't tell them of how we came to the Lord and then dilly-dallied and then came back and dilly-dallied, now maybe that's not your testimony, but it's sure enough mine.
Amen. Come on now. Tell the truth.
But if we don't tell them that,
Yes.
and if we keep acting like we came out speaking in tongues,
Hallelujah.
then they will feel as though they will never be able to measure up.
My God. My God.
Yes, they mess up. But why doesn't the Bible declare that a just man falls 7 times?
Yes.
Glory.
God is not surprised that we fall.
My God.
So why do we hold people under arrest when they do? Y'all ain't talking to me.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Why do we hold them in such a manner that they feel as though they can never recover?
My God.
Where's the love?
Yes.
Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Where is the love? You all, until our affection, our attention, our concentration is focused on Jesus and Jesus alone,
Yes.
we will never ever be able
My God.
to measure up to the bees. Turn to somebody and say, where you be at?
Where you been?
I know that just takes y'all all out of context. Where you be at? I just don't talk that way. Where you be at? So first was our attitude.
Yes.
Second is our intention. And then the third one is our attraction. What draws us? What pulls us? I'm going to say this, and you all might not love me, but that's okay. I can tell you all that as much as we love Jesus, many of us still love ourselves even more.
Yes. Yes. Say it. Amen.
We love ourselves even more. We tend to forget. We tend to forget that if it had not been for the Lord, we would not be where we are right now. And if I could just even take it a step farther, I'm convinced you all that the reason why we love ourselves is because we tend to sometimes believe that God has not come through in certain areas we would have wanted him to come through. Amen. And if he really loved us as much as I'm just being honest, can I just,
Amen.
If he loved us as much as he said he did,
My God.
certainly he wouldn't have allowed this to happen. He wouldn't have allowed that to happen. And you all, we might not admit it, but honestly, when we think that way, that's really what we're saying. That's really what we're saying. If the love of God was really there for me, I wouldn't have lost that job and lost my house. If the love of God was really there for me, then my marriage wouldn't have failed. If the love of God was really there for me, then Big Mama wouldn't have went on to be with the Lord.
My God.
If the love of God was really there for me, it doesn't mean that God doesn't love. It just means that we're not experiencing his love in its fullness.
Yes.
And the reason why is because we're so focused on ourselves.
Yes. Yes.
So as opposed to having an outward attraction to God, we end up being attracted inward to ourselves, which tends to be a fatal attraction.
My God. My God.
It tends to be a fatal attraction because we lose out on all it is that God has for us. Because our attentions are centered inwardly, our attractions are centered inwardly towards ourselves. And so then what we end up doing, you all, is what's called self-preservation.
Uh-oh.
Since, he only, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get this, that, or the third. So I better hold on to what I got. Because I don't know if I'm going to get this back anymore. Come on.
My God. That's right.
That's why you all, oftentimes we don't love folks the way we ought to love.
My God.
God will tell us, I want you to go to so-and-so's house and just sit with them. And then you remember a time that you might have been ill or something was going on and they didn't come and sit with you.
Uh-oh.
God, okay.
My God.
That doesn't happen in here. I'm sorry that I brought it up.
Yeah, true. Speak it.
But we sit and we think about what people have done for us. And so our capacity to love is limited, not because we don't have it to give, but we don't want to give. Because we don't know when we're going to get it back again.
My God.
And we don't know whether we're going to get it back again. Not, how do I say it, God? Because many of us get love, but we don't get love in a way that we want to get love. So we feel as though we haven't been loved.
My God.
I'm going to let that sit for a minute. There are 5 love languages.
Yes. Yes.
5 love languages. See if I can remember them real quick. Words of affirmation, serving, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
Yes.
Those are the 5. Okay, I did it all right.
Yes.
Because she was sitting there kind of
Teach it.
So if your love language, and this isn't the part of my thing, and I'm almost done, honestly. If your love language is physical touch, because she said it's physical touch. And understand this is not just for husbands and wives, but this is for siblings, it's for friends, because it's how you feel love. She says physical touch. So if you always speaking to her and you will never give her a hug, her love tank might get a little short. Because she thrives on physical touch, on hugs. And Sister Maria's is words of affirmation. And you just want to keep giving her a bag with a journal or something in it. I was thinking about you, so hear me. And she got like 62 journals at the house. But you never spoken life into her. Her love tank might be a little short. So what am I saying? I'm saying, first of all, know your love language.
Yes. Amen.
Know your love language. And then 2, if you're trying to love on somebody, learn theirs.
Amen.
If our young people's love language is words of affirmation, but all we do is keep speaking death into them because of what their behavior is,
That's what we are praying for.
then how they gonna feel loved?
All right.
Come on now.
That's right.
If Sister Marva's love language is quality time, and all you do is text her, just checking on you. Can I help y'all out? Texting is not quality time.
All right. Hallelujah.
And you never go see about her. Is she really feeling love from you?
No.
And you say, well, that's uncomfortable for me because quality time is not my love language. Can I help you out with something? It's not about you.
Amen.
All right. That's right. All right.
Amen.
It's not about you.
Praise God.
We are God's hands and feet on the street. So he is using you as a vehicle to show his love.
Yes.
So it's not about what you're comfortable with. It's about how he wants to use you.
Yeah.
Well, I just, I'm not on that lovey-dovey with my words. I'm a little direct. Well, learn how to be lovey-dovey with your words.
All right, say so.
Because isn't it 1 Corinthians 13 that says, if I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love,
All right.
I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal.
Yes.
You can be as eloquent as you want to, but if you're saying stuff without love, and I don't know why I'm dealing with the young people on today, but because our young people, they are in such need of God's love.
Yes.
We see what's happening in our world. We see what just happened in our community.
Yes, Jesus. Help us, Lord. Help us.
Now, can I say if someone spoke love into their lives, those young people's lives, that this may not have happened? I don't know.
My God.
We don't know.
But I do know this. If we've ever come across any young person and have not spoken love or life into them without being judgmental,
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Say it. Preach, teach.
because speaking love into their life does not give you the license
Hallelujah.
to say, I love you, right? You know I love you. Okay, Sugar, let's talk about that skirt. It's a little too short for church. And I know you know better, because Auntie done bought you some skirts, didn't she? Okay, now wear them skirts. Don't wear that. Don't wear that. I mean, because it's not even cute on you. Why do you wear that? But Auntie love you, baby.
Thank you.
Hallelujah. Soar down.
Please don't think your words of love have built her up after you done just stripped her down.
My God.
Hallelujah.
We don't, oh God, help me in here because you're speaking to me. We don't always have to like what they do,
Right.
Yeah.
but we're always to show them the love of Christ.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
And if we're chastising them without love, then you're doing more damage than good.
My God.
Amen. Amen.
You're doing more damage than good. Attraction. What is it that attracts us? What is it that attracts us? What is it that we want to love outside of Christ?
My God.
It could be anything. I told you when we're inward seeking and we feel as though we're lacking, we'll love anything that we feel as though we're lacking. We'll love money. We'll love cars. We'll love our job. We'll even love the church, but not love our relationship with Jesus.
My God.
Come on. We'll love coming to church because we love seeing the people. We love singing on the praise team. We love getting a little crisscross applesauce. We love standing up and waving at the preacher because we love when the preacher tune up. Ooh, help me, Jesus. And we like, praise.
Hallelujah. Glory to God.
We love that, but then we don't love to have relationship because relationship requires commitment.
Hallelujah.
So what is it that we love? We have a hard time loving because it does require commitment and it requires sacrifice. It requires sacrifice. John 13:34 says, a new commandment I give to you, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also are to love one another. Just as I have loved you, this is Jesus talking. Just as I have loved you, you are to love one another. I don't see anywhere in there where that's optional.
All right. Say so.
We got to love everybody.
Yes.
It is a commandment. Galatians 2:20. I have been crucified. This is Paul. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me.
Yes.
He gave himself for us. Now who will we give ourselves for?
My God.
The only way you that we will be all the bees in this thing is if we cause our attitude to line up.
My God.
Cause our attention to be in the right place. Cause our attraction to be attracted to the things that Christ is attracted to. That's the only way you are going to be swift. That we're going to be ready to stand quick to respond to where our hope comes from. The only way that we'll be courageous in the face of adversity, still say, for God I'll live and for God I'll die. Be wise. Work with a wise judgment, strong judgment, sound judgment, having the mind of Christ. Let this mind be in me that was also in Christ Jesus. Be strong, not be easily subdued or taken. Be able to stand your ground. And I'm not talking about with a gun, but I'm talking about with the word of God. Stand your ground. No matter if you're the only one standing, stand by yourself. When you've done all the stand, stand. Even if you got to stand, there was a song that said, I'll go if I got to go by myself. I wonder if there's anybody still here that's willing to go by themselves and be harmless in spite of all that you do. Do it in the love of Christ. Do it in the humility of Christ. Do it in the humbleness of Christ. Don't go out trying to tear down, but go out trying to build up.
Hallelujah. Glory. Hallelujah.
Where you be at?
Where you be at?
Where your attitude be at?
Yes, Lord.
Where your attention be at? Where your attraction be at?
Yes.
Because you are in order to be able to do what it is that Christ is calling us to do and be.
My God.
We've got to make sure that our attitude, our attention, and our attraction are all lined up to be what it is that God has called us to be. Will you give God a hand clap of praise? Hallelujah. Where we be at? Yes. Oh, that not our hearts burning. As the orson of God. Open the mouth. Hallelujah. And just fed us this morning. Fed us some real food. Glory be to God. Hallelujah. Let's stretch our hands up toward her. Amen. Praise God. Glory to God.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yes, Lord.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Oh, God. Hallelujah. Oh, wouldn't it be a blessing if you could just look at yourself and see where you really be at. Hallelujah. When it comes to being courageous, being swift, being wise, being strong. Hallelujah. Our attitude, our attention, our attractions. Hallelujah. These are things that we can measure.
Yes.
We can measure our growth. Hallelujah. You know, I don't know about you, but as I walk this Christian life, amen, there are certain things that I can measure. Hallelujah. And see where I made progress.
Yes, God.
It's such a great feeling, hallelujah, when somebody you know hate you and you can just love them anyway. And you can think about now, they just did this against me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And my goodness.
Yes.
Have mercy.
My reaction was not anger.
That's it.
My reaction, my first reaction, it was like pouring water on a duck's back.
Thank you,
You know,
Jesus.
ducks love water. I don't say I love somebody doing me wrong, but how does it affect me?
Right.
How do I respond to these?
Okay.
Yes, these attacks. How do I respond to them? Do I respond as one that be at Christ?
Right.
Amen.
Do I respond as a child that follows Jesus? Hallelujah. Because it just hit me. Jesus said if we follow him,
That's it.
he will make us fishers of men. Just think if we can go out in our community and be at Christ.
Right.
How it would draw people to him. I want to be like that. Did you see what they took?
That's it.
Ooh, you know.
Yes.
Ooh, I've never seen nobody that can love like that. Hallelujah. My God, I tell you, I enjoyed that word this morning. I don't know about you, but that word was rich. Rich this morning. Hallelujah. And because of the word, I plan to be, to have a better walk in Christ, a greater walk in Christ, a more earnest walk in Christ. Hallelujah. I just desire to love him. Hallelujah. I desire to do what's right. Glory be to God. I desire to be there for God's people and for people in general. I tell you, I enjoyed the word this morning. Let's thank God again for this wonderful woman of God. Amen. My God. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Just, is there anyone, everybody in here saved, so I know that there's no need to call for, coming to Christ, because when I look around with the handful we have, everybody I know that's here is saved. Amen. However, there might be somebody that want prayer this morning for some special, maybe you want to be a better beat. Hallelujah. Glory to God. And she did lay her hand on all of us that